Welcome to the forensic audit that will shake your DNA. I am Ernesto Divas. Why does your conscious memory only awaken at 5 or 6 years of age? Is it a simple process of biological maturation, or is it a legal and imperial veil imposed upon your loins? Today we are deploying our full arsenal of truth. We will confront the secular neuroscience of Harvard and Yale with the introduction to the Kabbalah of the soul and the deepest cryptographic secrets of the Zohar. Let us analyze what does align with the Torah. Secular science uses the ambiguous term infantile amnesia, attempting to explain via hippocampal development and neurogenesis what is actually a spiritual and juridical decree. The Kabbalah of the soul reveals the absolute truth. The soul, the neshama, descends into this physical plane with the full knowledge of the cosmos and the secrets of the universe, but it is divinely sealed at the exact moment of birth. The Zohar, specifically in the section of Parashat Naso, explains to us that the human face is not an evolutionary accident, but an exact holographic map of that hidden memory. Your facial features, your expression lines, and your traits display the cryptographic marks of what your soul already lived, witnessed, and forgot in the higher dimensions. While today's educated world runs desperately after fashionable trends like the Stoics, who seek to suppress human emotions through cold intellect, or after Taoism and Buddhism, which claim to dissolve your identity into emptiness or an impersonal nirvana, we courageously denounce that these philosophies do not align with the Creator's exact blueprint. They are desperate attempts of the flesh and the human mind to achieve peace without the need for redemption. They are alternative pathways carved by man that intuit the eternity of the soul, yet deliberately bypass the supreme lawgiver. Hindu texts speak of karma and past lives as a blind, endless cycle of punishments and tragic reincarnations. In stark contrast, kosher Kabbalah teaches us the pure secret of Gulgulim. We do not come into this world to pay blind debts to an impersonal energy, but to rectify the broken vessel so that the original light of the Torah can shine in your life once again. Listen closely and process this data. The Talmud in Tractat Nida 30b reveals a medico-spiritual mystery. In the womb, an angel teaches us the entire Torah and shows us the beginning and the end of time. But upon birth, the angel touches our upper lip, leaving the imprint of the philtrum. This instantaneous forgetting is a divine judicial sentence, designed exclusively to protect your free will on earth. If you remembered the absolute splendor of the world of souls, you would have no merit whatsoever in choosing good over evil. The science of Johns Hopkins barely manages to see the superficial neurobiological symptom, but the Zohar hands us the eternal diagnosis. But here is where the dark hand of history and the empire steps in. Rome did not just alter the original name of the prophetess and matrix of the lineage, Miriam, replacing it with Mary to completely disconnect you from the Hebrew root. Rome executed a forensic and absolute identity erasure through systemic censorship. The Roman Empire persecuted, confiscated, and burned the original scrolls. They excluded from the biblical canon entire sacred texts that detailed the origin of your amnesia and the pre-existent design of your soul. Entire prophetic books like the Book of Enoch, the Book of Jubilees, or the lost fragments of the Book of Jasher were forcibly excised by Roman councils. They did this because those books revealed that the human being possesses a mathematical divine spark. They rewrote the entire revelation in a manipulated Greek language, so that you would forget that you are a geometric design based on the Rechem. The Hebrew word Rechem, which means womb or matrix, shares the exact same root as Rakamim, meaning mercy, and it holds a numerical and biological value directly connected to the 248 organs of the body and the 248 positive commandments of the Torah. Rome mutilated the original texts so you would perceive yourself as a biological sinner without memory rather than a perfect fractal design of creation. This historical amnesia was not only enforced by wiping books from libraries, but by drastically altering the sexual halakha, the laws of family purity, and the sanctity of conception. Hebrew mysticism teaches that the creative energy within the matrimonial union is the exact electromagnetic and spiritual channel that attracts a clean neshama. By perverting these divine laws, the empire achieved its biopolitical goal, causing future generations to be born with a much thicker veil of mental density, blocking access to their original design. Yet divine evidence is eternal and indestructible. The Apostle Shaul, in his letter to the Ephesians 1:4, reminds us with mathematical precision that we already existed in the Creator's design before the foundation of the physical world. Your memory was not lost in evolution, It was stolen by Rome. But the Creator's design does not intend for eternal oblivion. Yeshua ben Yosef himself decreed it with absolute legal clarity. I was not sent except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Listen carefully to what this means. He did not come to found a Roman religion. He came to seek and rescue what the imperial amnesia fragmented and scattered. In the Gospel of John 10:27, he left the mathematical key, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." Why do you recognize the truth of the Torah today? Because this truth is not new information. It is your genetic and spiritual memory, awakening from its slumber. Rome called you a Gentile, dressed you in pagan dogmas, and scattered your loins to the four corners of the earth, fulfilling the prophecy of the 10 tribes. But the sayings and instructions of Yeshua are a forensic rescue map. When he commands to go rather to the lost sheep, he is activating the quantum protocol of return. You who feel an inexplicable burning fire for the Hebrew roots, for keeping the Shabbat, and for the secrets of the Zohar, you are a living part of that prophetic diaspora. The Tanakh, in the book of Malachi 3:16, decrees that a book of remembrance is written before the Creator for those who fear him. Your entire childhood and all the Torah taught by the angel are recorded there. It is time for the seed of Jacob to awaken and reclaim its eternal inheritance. Are you ready to definitively awaken from the Roman veil and return to the Hebrew root? We want to hear from you. If you have a difficult question about the book censored by the Vatican, mystical sexual halakha, or want us to audit a special topic, write it down in the comments. Subscribe right now to our channels on YouTube and Rumble. I am Ernesto Divas. Analyze the evidence, reclaim your hidden memory, and return immediately to the original design. Thank you and blessings.